What the heck is going on with Sword and Shield boxes? Every single one of them is skyrocketing right now, and it's weird because we're also getting all new products skyrocketing. So whether you look at, it doesn't matter which part of the Pokemon market you look at right now, it's all going up.
Good. Good. More for me and you.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is VMAT. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and joining in all the fun we have here. Very fun if you're someone who actually has some Sword and Shield booster boxes sealed and tucked away, because the products are just going up at rates that I've never seen before in my entire Pokemon collecting journey. What is going on with these boxes? Some of these boxes I literally bought less than 8 months ago for 150 Canadian. And TCG Player uses US prices, so take into consideration some of the conversion rates. I think it's 1.44 right now as the recording this video, the Canadian to US dollar. So a lot of these prices, if you're watching in Canada, basically put on another like 40% of value on top of that, and that's going to be close to what the price is. That's insane. That's insane considering a lot of you, if you bought these at release, probably spent between 120 to like 160 Canadian on these boxes. Fusion Strike is the first box we're going to take a look at. I can't believe this box. I'm kind of surprised that this one overtook the Chilling Reign box and Lost Origin. Lost Origin was kind of a later set in the Sword and Shield era, but this one in particular, I'm very shocked. I'm like in shock by this. I mean, again, you're looking at very popular Pokemon in it, which is not a surprise to see that it has had demand later on after the print has been cut. You have Gengar in there, you have Espeon in there, an Evolution alt art, you have Mew alt art. So you have those three Pokemon on their own. They're not only just like original Kanto Pokemon, so a lot of like the old heads like me are going to like those Pokemon. They're going to want to collect these Pokemon. You have three heavy hitters for alt arts in this set, and that alone is probably going to drive up the price, and the fact that obviously it's out of print, but Sword and Shield in general, the Pokemon company in general, has been doing a good job at getting people hyped for sets, because not only are we getting a lot of these newer sets that are just exploding in value, people are even going back to the well for the old stuff and saying, I want to buy this stuff as well. Because Fusion Strike is it's not the outlier for the Sword and Shield era. Obviously, Evolving Skies, which we're not going to take a look at because everyone already knows that that box is just going to the moon. It has been going to the moon for the last like 2 years. But Fusion Strike, $485 US, so Canadian. That's roughly about $600 to $620. I bought it for $150 about a year ago, roughly. And I bought earlier as well when it first came out. That was just like the last bit of Fusion Strike I bought. Yeah, that's insane. I'm not like a genius or anything like that as well. I like Pokemon. You get rewarded sometimes if you just like Pokemon in this hobby. Brilliant Stars. Has some beautiful alt arts as well. You have Arceus, you have the Charizard as well in here, which I think the artwork, to me, I mean, it's a hot take, but I think the artwork on this Charizard, the Charizard V alt art, is better in my opinion than the 151 one. I know I'm probably getting a lot of hate in the comments for that, but that's just my personal opinion. Now, this box is currently sitting at $258.57 US, so again, for me, convert that into Canadian, you're looking at around $380, $390. Pretty wild. Next up, Silver Tempest. This is released at the tail end of the Sword and Shield era. In fact, a lot of the box sets that you would get, a lot of the tins early in the Scarlet and Violet era, you would actually get a lot of Silver Tempest stuff in there. And this box is currently sitting at $237.92. And yes, you do get that beautiful Lugia alt art in here as well. Very popular Pokemon. This one, I believe I think it's not on the Pokemon Center website anymore, but at one point, literally just like a month or two ago, you couldn't find this for about retail price on the Pokemon Center company website, whether it's Canada or the US. You could have got this, you can still get it for retail. I don't know about now, as I'm recording this video, that was a good tip if you are watching the video, and I was correct, because I remember looking a month ago. I didn't buy any because I already have some in my collection, so I didn't need it, though I did know it probably would go up in price if I did buy it, and it has been going up in price, because I think I saw it, it was early December so early December, yeah, it was like about $171.89 US, and it's went up by like $60. Wow. Next booster box here that we're going to look at is Lost Origin, which might have been spiking even more aggressively than Fusion Strike. It is currently sitting at $370.39. It's went up by 65.94% over the last 3 months. This booster box was sub 300 like a month ago. This box might hit $400 by the end of January. It's quite possible. It only has like 30 bucks more to go. Is it possible? Will it happen? Obviously, this box, it's known as like the Giratina set because Giratina is like the front runner of the sets on the box as well, on the pack art. And that card is one of the most expensive cards in the Sword and Shield era. I think at the time the recording this video might be the second most expensive card in the Sword and Shield era. And obviously that on its own is going to drive up the box price for here, which is just wild. Next up is the Astral Radiance box. This one was cheap for the longest time. Now it's over $200. It's sitting at $210.77. It's went up by 25.76% over the last 3 months. Holy crap, guys. Now, it's another set that has some great alt arts. I believe the Machamp is in this as well, and that's an original 151 Pokemon. So a lot of the old heads like me are going to go after boxes like that if they're collectors or investors. So this box, it's no surprise that it's going up. In fact, it's not a surprise that any of the Sword and Shield stuff is going up. Next up is one that was hated for the longest time. It's still pretty cheap, to be honest, $145.18, and that is Battle Styles, which has a beautiful Tyranitar V alt art. Now, that card, I love the artwork on it, and it's also a very popular Pokemon, released in the second generation in the Neo block, but beautiful card here. Again, it's only up by 7.82%. A lot of it has to do with the fact that it's got some obscure Pokemon. Again, my voice is getting, sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. It's got some obscure Pokemon in it, but overall, it's still a Sword and Shield box with alt art cards in it. So eventually it will go up a lot higher than this, I think. I think a lot of the reason why the price is really low is because of the stigma people have had with Battle Style, saying it's like a garbage trash set. But honestly, people might rethink that opinion in the next year or so because this box is going up. Now, I wanted to show you guys that not only are Sword and Shield boxes going up, we are also seeing some Scarlet and Violet booster boxes go up, specifically Paldea Evolved. This box is almost at $200 right now. $196.27 is went up by 41.16% over the last 3 months, which is wild. Again, great artworks in this set as well. I think it's a pretty underrated set in the Scarlet and Violet era, even at this price, but still, I can't believe what's going on. Like this collecting hobby, this hobby in general, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I'm more leaning on the side that in the long run, if this just keeps happening, this is a bad thing. I think it's good to have a bit of boom and bust cycles here, like a healthy growth at this point, because, you know, if you're a store, you're going to have to start cutting pre-orders sometimes. You might not get enough from your distributors to fulfill pre-orders. And at a certain point, stores might just not do pre-orders anymore. They might just say, screw it, I'm not doing pre-orders. These things are just going bananas. They're going up and up and up. What's the point of locking in when they're only going to go up in price even more than what I'm going to be selling at the time? Even though you're going to make a profit, you can literally just use it as like an investment at this point. This is just wild. Jeez, my voice. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to cut the video short as my throat is just going off. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.